Hello friends, my name is Sachin. I have been living in US for the past 25 years plus, but I moved here from India. But seeing this, what happened in Pahalgam is very, very concerning. I just want you to know, not just for Indians who are living in India, of course, people all around the world. At the end of the day, you know, everybody feels this, whether you're Indian or not. Terrorism is a bad thing. You know, we Indians or Indian government, or, you know, when I say us, like Indian people, we're very passive. We don't like to be aggressive, okay? And we only defend ourselves when you have to. It's very passive behavior, passive, and sometimes we are aggressive, but not physically. We're passive aggressive mostly. So we try to do everything to avoid confrontation, like physical confrontation, right? So same you can see with Indian government or Indian policies over the years towards terrorism. That's been happening in India over and over and over again, right? And what is the Indian government do? They just create some dialogues, and they say things about the other country. You know, for example, like Pakistan, they blame them, they point fingers, and then pretty much at the end of the day, there is no any like strong action. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And every time I see this, you know, I just feel really angry and frustrated, just like everybody else, including Indians and non-Indians, but mostly Indians, right? But here's my question. When it comes to India, why the world takes very lightly or not so seriously, right? Here's what I mean. Like when India is trying to do something and trying to protect, take military action, all the world leaders or media especially, they're like, oh no, you know, you need to have a dialogue and you know, like talk to Pakistan and solve the issue, you know. Don't blame Pakistan. Like, you know, the world media always, like, as you know, they call it gunmen and militants instead of calling it terrorist. So this is ridiculous, really. You know why is that? Because Indian government, I know they're doing a lot right now under the Modi, but this has been from the years that we program all the world media, like New York Post, Washington Post, BBC, and so many others, to feel this, what do you call, weak, you know? India is weak, and they just want, they can say whatever they want in their news. Try that with China, right? I mean, even Pakistan is sending message or messenger from their government, and they influence, right, greatly, and they know the value of these news and media, because that changes people's thinking and the perspective, even when India is the one that is a victim of a terrorism for the years. And this is ridiculous, if you ask me. India is 1.4 billion people. You know, I don't know why we don't influence other media around the world, right? It's so important, because you're not, you know, you might have all the Indians, us, supporting Indian government, but the world media turns the perspective or narrative in such a way that India is what do you call, blaming Pakistan for no reason, or like India is the one that trying to create issues, right? And it's not terrorism, it's just a militants. It's people from inside the country that trying to break away from India, like Kashmir, right? Kashmir region. Even though it's not true, the media put that over and over, and people in Western countries, they start to believe it, because those channels, the people watch them, whether you like it or not. Okay, I'm just telling you my perspective, right? So we need more influence in the media, international media. Okay, like when international media gets what do you call, the speakers, sometimes, most of the time, I see they're Pakistanis. Like, they're getting their perspective, but not the Indian perspective. Even if Indian person is there, they're probably like someone, random person from like a professor from the university or something like that, not like really politician. They're not government authorities. Foreign Minister Jaishankar. So someone like him will give a strong reply to these foreign media, so they don't try to paint picture of like India is the one that is on the wrong side. You understand what I'm saying? And Pakistan is the victim of this situation, right? So this is really ridiculous. So India has to do more and take action, and I think we are on the right path. I think what we're doing right now, India is going to take action militarily. I hope that is like really big action. I want India to take POK. I want India to destroy their nuclear facilities. I hope they do that, and then once and for all, you can stop from Pakistan threatening India and the world that they have nuclear weapons. And that's the first thing they did when this whole thing happened, and they knew that India is going to attack. What they did, their defense minister went and said, oh, you know, India is going to attack, and you know, it might escalate, and we might, I don't know what's gonna happen, it might go to nuclear war. You know, it's just, they're trying to create this fear in the international community that they can come and stop this war so India doesn't attack. Okay, so this is what I think. This is my opinion anyways. What we have to do is go ahead, once and for all, destroy all the nuclear weapons, destroy all the silos, destroy everything. We know they don't have nuclear submarines, right? So we know that once they get that, believe me friends, it's going to be very, very hard for India. Once they get nuclear capable submarines, it's going to be a nightmare for India. Okay, because I'm telling you, nuclear submarines are very hard to find, and they can have nuclear missiles. Like, I'm talking about like actual, not only nuclear submarine, but nuclear submarine with nuclear missiles that you can launch nuclear warheads, right, from the submarine. And that is going to be a nightmare. So before that, I know China is going to eventually give the Pakistanis the nuclear capable submarines. Okay, so before that, this is the time. Right now is the time to go and destroy all the nuclear facilities in Pakistan, and just so they're not nuclear anymore. We're not only doing a favor for us, we're doing a favor for the entire world. I know nobody wants like West, for example, America or Europe, they don't want Pakistan to have nuclear weapons. They never wanted to have you know, like how Iran, right? United States don't want Iran to have nuclear weapons. So same thing with Pakistan. So if India can destroy that, that's the only way, I think, long-term peace in the South Asia subcontinent. That is number one. Destroying the nuclear, all the nuclear facilities for Pakistan. I'm talking about everything, silos. I'm talking about nuclear missiles, where they store, the facilities where they make, factories, even if it's underground. This is so important. This is so important. We have to destroy them. And number two, we have to take POK. We have to create that entire area where they have terrorist camps. That's where they launch pads and all these terrorist camps, right? From Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, right? So we have to take all that right now at all cost. I'm talking about, like, you have to do it. take it now. Because here's why I say this. This is a good opportunity, is because the whole world has watched, I should say, massacre in Pahalgam, and they know Pakistan is on the wrong side and they're launching. Only reason they're fearing is Pakistan has nuclear weapons, and it can create, you know, problems for the world, right? So, but the whole world, majority of the world is with India. So this is the best time to take POK. Do it now, do it now. I think if you wait, you might not get this opportunity again, ever again. And guess what? The next step Pakistanis would do, get the nuclear capable submarine. Once they have that, it'll be very difficult. Very difficult. That's number two. First one is destroy the nuclear facilities in Pakistan. Second, take POK. And third, support all the groups in Pakistan to get their own provinces. For example, like Sindh, if they want their own province, right? Sindh. And then Balochistan. Support them. Break Pakistan into 4 pieces, like pizza. Once you do that, there's no more this terrorist issues that we can't handle, and Pakistan can't go like, oh, we have nuclear weapons, we have a big army, we have, you know, we'll do this, we'll do that. There's no threat. Just break them like a Bangladesh. Just cut it in pieces. How 1971, how Bangladesh was part of Pakistan, and then we divided that into Bangladesh, right? Do the same thing in Pakistan. Separate everything. If we do these 3 things, long-lasting peace. India can, after that, peacefully grow economically, become a superpower, even overtake China. Otherwise, this Pahalgam, this Uri, all these attacks is gonna repeat. This is the time to decide, my friends. This is the time to decide. I think I'm not a military analyst. I was going to join military at my young age, but I didn't have that privilege or opportunity, I should say. My life changed, but I'll always watch and closely watch, learn about military history and you know, Indian history. I'm very much interested in that, and I educate myself in that regards. But this is just a common sense at the end of the day, I believe. Yes, okay, most people, I know what you're going to say. Some people, or there are some people will say, yes, there is going to be a nuclear What if they send a nuclear weapon? Okay, my friends, that is inevitable with this Pakistan. Okay, number one, they're terrorists. They hate India, they hate Hindus. They proved that, and you cannot negotiate with them. No matter what, they will always send a terrorist, and they will always, you know, they said they will cut India into 1,000 cuts and make India bleed, right? So they will continue to do this. So we have a choice to make. We have our you know, air defense, really good air defense right now, but if Pakistan gets that nuclear capable submarine, I think it's game over for India. Not game over, but it's going to be very, very difficult. Right now you have maybe really good chance of defeating and, you know, defending ourselves, and even against a nuclear weapon. If we do this, I'll tell you, India will become superpower. If we do this, three things: world will respect India, and India will become a superpower, because India proved with action on the ground, and you know, something that even not just anybody can do these things, right? So anyways, that's just my thought from here. My daughter in the background, and my dog Lulu right here. Lulu, sit pretty, sit. Yeah, so that's what I have to say today, and hope you can share this video to others. Hope we can, all Indians, get this in a same mindset and unity, right? Stay, you know, speak in one voice, speak in one voice against this terrorism and against this Pakistani sponsored terrorism. And one more thing is, I know a lot of people are getting anxious in India that why India is not attacking. And my friends, it's not always attacking quickly is the strategy. It's not always a good strategy. And what India is doing right now is very good thing. Make Pakistan wait for the attack. They don't know when it's going to happen, and spend their resources. They don't know where India is going to attack, so they don't know which side is they going to attack. So they're spending a lot of resources, and let them stay in fear for a while and deplete their morale and resources, and that's when we're going to strike. Jai Hind.